You step out into the dusty courtyard, your eyes struggling to adjust to the sudden brightness. Prayer has ended at the Al Hussein Mosque, and with it your whispered discussions with the obviously terrified merchant Faraz Najjar. The sun-bleached square is alive again, vendors shouting, children playing, men in galabeas sipping tea beneath faded awnings. The mosque's towering minaret casts a long shadow across the cracked flagstones, pointing like an enormous sundial toward an alleyway, at the mouth of which Mahmood, your young dragoman, can be seen standing, leaning against a wall. As you cross the courtyard, Mahmood greets you with a nod and a subtle bow, and walks beside you into the alleyway. Where to now, Effendi? Then, from a side alley, half obscured by hanging rugs and crates of dates, 3 men emerge. They look like locals, sun-darkened skin, loose cotton robes, sandals worn thin. One carries a basket, another adjusts his headscarf, the third lights a cigarette. Without warning, the basket is dropped, revealing a spiked club wrapped in wire and stained dark. The cigarette is tossed aside, the headscarf is pulled back, revealing eyes wide and glassy, pupils dilated unnaturally. Each wears a piece of jewellery that catches the light oddly, an inverted ankh dangling from a chain or glinting from an earring. As they raise their clubs, silently one of them whispers, just loud enough to be heard, "The Black Pharaoh rises. The living must kneel." Can I get you to make a spot hidden roll, please, all of you, to see if you're surprised?
Ordinary success.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled 99, which surprises me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
So Jacob,
very, very surprised.
Yeah. So Blake, you're surprised. Were you surprised as well? But Howard, you were surprised as well. Yeah.
No, he was extremely surprised that he managed to spot them as they revealed themselves.
Okay, so he wasn't surprised. No.
It's hard success.
Great, that's really good. Okay. And what about Jacob?
Ordinary success, not surprised.
Okay, so Bert and Blake, you are on your heels as the 3 cultists emerge from the side alleyway swinging their clubs, which means that Jacob, you are first to react. What are you going to do?
Pull my gun.
Okay, you pull your gun out of you.
How close are they?
They're only about kind of 10 feet away from you. What are you going to do? You pull your gun and...
I'm going to shoot the closest one. Okay.
Roll then, please.
That's hard success.
Okay.
Let's not escalate the situation, guys.
Okay, the closest cultist closes distance between you and him as you pull your gun out from beneath your clothes, and he reaches out and tries to grab hold of it. He fails to do so, and therefore you can roll your damage, please.
7.
Okay. The gunshot echoes around the alleyway. Okay. The bullet smacks into the shoulder of the advancing cultist, almost kind of half spinning him round. A big blood stain appears almost immediately, soaking through his light clothing. But he doesn't fall. You want to do anything else? Did you want to move at all?
Yeah, well, if I can, I'm going to try and dodge out of the way and try and get a bit of distance between me and him.
Okay, so do you want to advance further down the alleyway, or do you want to go turn and try and head back towards the courtyard at the end of the alleyway that you just come down?
They're coming from the side, are they? So
yeah.
Retreat a bit.
Okay. Righty-ho. Jacob. Okay, the one that you just shot at, you I presume you're just going to retreat, like with you're not turning and running. You're just going to kind of back off, are you?
Yeah.
Okay,
so trying to get a bit of distance for the next shot.
Despite the wound, which is in his non-club arm, which is bleeding quite profusely, you see kind of this glazed over look in his eyes. He closes on you, right with club raised, swinging in your direction. Are you going to try and dodge, or do you want to try and fight back?
I will try and dodge.
Okay, can you make a dodge roll, please?
It's a success, an ordinary success.
Ordinary success. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's also an ordinary success. Okay, so you try and dodge, but unfortunately, the aim of the cultist is true. Then you see almost like in slow motion, the club falls with it's got a nail stuck in the end of it. A spiked club. Take 4 damage.
Ouch. You
hear this sickening squishing sound as the club buries itself in your left forearm. Okay. Okay, the second of the cultists, he swings a club towards Howard, whispering something that's hard to understand, or you don't really catch it. You see, he just turns and just backhands at you with the club. Are you going to try and dodge, or are you going to try and fight back?
Dodge.
You what? Sorry.
Dodge. I'll try to dodge out the way.
Okay, make a dodge roll then, please.
Oh no, it's a fail.
Okay. The last you try and dodge, and you kind of stumble backwards, but the cultist miscalculates the swing, and you can just feel the kind of air as the club passes in front of your face, but doesn't make contact. The third cultist swings at Blake. What are you going to do? Are you going to dodge, or are you
am I aware enough to be able to?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Good point, actually, because you're surprised you can't dodge anyway. So it's a good job that you didn't do. So yeah, you just have to literally just stand there and hope it doesn't hit you.
It was foolish of me to ask the questions, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was a good reminder of the rules. Okay, but fortune smiles upon you. The club is swung. It swishes through the air, but doesn't make any connection. Okay, so that's them. Right, so Howard, you weren't surprised, were you?
No.
No. Okay, well you can act now.
Okay, I will half run, half stumble back up the alleyway and try to push as a crate in front of the ruffians, the cultists.
Right, so you're trying to move back up the alleyway, so you're following the way that Jacob went.
Yeah, back the way we came, and just sort of pushing over crates or baskets or rugs or whatever in the way of them.
Just try and slow them down, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
But obviously, I don't want to do it blocking Bert and Douglas.
Yeah, well, that would be impossible because obviously, if you're going back that way, if the cultists are following you, Bert and Blake and Mahmood will be following them in the same direction. So you can't block the cultists without blocking them as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll move back up and hide. I'll take cover behind a crate and draw my gun.
Okay, so if you're just going to move and do nothing else, you can move. So you can move past Jacob and get all the way up to back, more or less, to the top of the alleyway. Yeah, and then you find a crate to hide behind there. Okay. Mahmood. Okay, he tries to run off, which he does. He runs the opposite direction, so he runs down the alleyway, deeper into the alleyway, past the melee. Okay, so that's everybody. So it's the beginning of a new round now. Okay, so Douglas and Bert. It's actually Bert first. You've now regained your composure. What are you going to do? You've got a cultist standing right in front of you. He's obviously has attacked, just swinging a club at Blake, and there's another one off to your left as well.
How far away has Jacob managed to get out?
Yeah, Jacob's run up the alleyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only me and Douglas that haven't really moved.
Yeah.
So can you give us a location sense? So we've got the courtyard behind us. We were walking.
So you've gone down the alley at about 30 feet down the alleyway, and you're at a crossroads in the alley. They've come from the left.
Yeah.
Jacob and Bert have gone back up the alleyway back towards the courtyard, where Mahmood has gone straight on. So you're literally standing in the intersection at the moment with
Jacob and Howard have gone back.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Jacob's not gone as far back as Howard, though.
Right, but you both backed up the way.
Off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that one of the cultists is making to chase after, the other two, whilst the two of them are now kind of turning their attention. Well, obviously one's already tried to attack you, but then one is kind of turning to his attention upon Bert.
Okay.
So the choices you have really, in a nutshell, are you can run straight ahead and follow Mahmood. You can turn and run back to follow the others, or you can stand here and take them on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you run back, they can always there's something to stop them chasing after you anyway, which is what happened to Jacob. Okay.
Yep, I'm aware.
Right. So, Bert, what are you doing?
Chase after Jacob.
Okay. So the one that's standing right next to you, you're just going to just try and just run off and just ignore him, yeah?
Yeah, just going to try to
Just
dodge
gonna move
away from him and get away. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so you can run back up the alleyway towards the original courtyard, past Jacob, and you can get to the point where, more or less, to where Howard is hiding behind some crates, baskets on the side of the alleyway. So what are you going to do?
Can we see the main street?
Yeah. So when you go past where Howard is crouched, you can then another kind of 5-10 feet on from there. It opens out into the main courtyard, where outside of the mosque.
Okay. I'll keep going and I'll urge Howard. Keep going to where the people are. We need a crowd.
Okay. So you're going to run. You're just going to run into the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay. Righty-ho. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get into the courtyard back, and where there are a reasonable amount of people because prayer hasn't long finished, and there's lots of people coming out of the mosque. Okay. Douglas, what are you doing?
I'm running full pelt after Bert into the courtyard, getting amongst the people.
Okay. As you can imagine, as you both run, the cultists start to run after you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to get out of the run at an angle so that if either Howard or Jacob want to try and shoot the people behind me, I'm not in the way.
Okay. So Jacob, you had your gun out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? And also Howard, did you say that you took your gun out as well?
Yeah, well, I was taking cover behind a crate.
Yeah. Okay. So you're taking cover behind the crate with your gun out. What about you, Jacob? Were you, because you're running, but were you running? Just running away with you, or were you?
Originally, I was just backing off, so I hadn't got as far back down the alley as Howard. But now I've seen the other two turn tail. I'm joining suit.
Okay, so you're looking down the alleyway with your gun pointed at the 3 rampaging cultists that are running, screaming and wild-eyed up the alleyway. But you're just going to turn and follow the other two back into the courtyard. Okay.
Yeah, full pelt back to the courtyard.
What about you, Bert? Not Bert, Howard. What are you doing now?
Exactly the same. As soon as I see Bert come running past me and telling me to move, I'll do exactly that.
Okay.
And then hide my gun as I do so.
Okay, so when you get back into the crowd, what are you doing, all of you?
Literally trying to hide in the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to run through the crowd, try and get as many people as possible between me and the cultists.
Okay.
Can you see all my gun as I go?
Yeah. Can you make a stealth roll, everybody, please?
The success for Jacob.
That's for Douglas.
Fail for Howard.
And a fail for Albert.
Okay. So it's Albert and Howard failed. Okay. Make a spot roll.
I wasn't 88.
You're running through holding an umbrella.
Okay, but you dash into the courtyard and jostling through the crowd. Unfortunately, a hand cart with a bearing lots of wares, spices, various incenses, etc. Suddenly pulled in front of you, and you basically come to a halt. You turn and you see the 3 cultists entering the courtyard, heading directly for you. You're not far. You're only like about 15 feet away from them. They have their clubs kind of behind their backs now, or under their robes. The one that's been shot is kind of falling back, but the other 2 are advancing pretty quickly towards you. What are you going to do?
I'm by this hand cart.
Yeah.
I will grab the hand cart and deliberately toss it up and shout, "Fire! Fire!" I'll just make the biggest scene I can possibly and try to leg it in the chaos.
Okay, an interesting plan. Right. Okay. Let's see what. Okay. So you're trying to create some sort of diversion, then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In terms of what skill would that be under? It's a good question.
Roll for chaos.
Okay.
How about psychology?
Or intimidate, because you're trying to sort of, have an effect on people, aren't you?
That's what I was thinking on psychology. I'm trying to work on people's psychology that they're going to be scared of fire.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think. Yeah, let's go with that.
I mean, I'm terrible at all these skills, but I have failed my role.
Okay. Can you make a? I think also let's also boil it down to luck as well. If you get a really good luck roll, I think that might suffice.
Okay. Well, I've rolled 89.
Right. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, all your shenanigans does is just bring more attention to yourself from the cultists, and mean that there are more people running everywhere, and therefore making it harder for you to escape. Before you realise it, before you are able to do much else, one of the cultists is right next to you, and you with his cudgel out, with the club swinging it at you. You hear there's a couple of screams from some of the locals, but the cultist pays no heed to that. What are you gonna do? He's coming straight towards you. You can see what he's going to do. Actually, you can react first and decide what you're going to do.
Pop the brass knuckles on, and as soon as he comes near enough, I'll give him a haymaker.
So you're going to fight back?
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, because you're quicker than him anyway. So you're just going to punch at him first.
Yeah.
Okay. He fights back with his club. So roll to hit, please. Tell me what you get.
I just rolled appalling. Absolutely appalling.
Okay.
I've been playing 5 minutes. I've screwed everything up.
You wind up a haymaker, but unfortunately, there's a lot of power behind it, but there's not much accuracy. You almost swing yourself off your feet. But fortunately, the swinging club from the cultist is equally as ill-aimed as well. It swings over your head, leaving you standing toe-to-toe and screaming. Locals moving away now. And what the rest of you've all kind of dispersed across the courtyard amongst all the chaos. What are you doing? Anything particular? Or?
What can we see?
You can just see this huge fracas in the centre, to the northern part of the courtyard, where everything I've described, a big kind of ring has opened up, leaving Bert and one of the cultists fighting. A disgruntled merchant is kind of backing away after having fallen over with his handcart tossed up in the air. It's a scene of chaos. You can also see another one of the cultists as well, making his way through the crowd. But he's looking. You see him searching for you.
So there's only one on Bert.
There's one on Bert. One's looking, searching through the crowd, and the other one is kind of hanging about at the edge of the alleyway because he's quite badly injured. He's got quite a lot of blood.
Okay.
Showing on his tunic. So you can try and stay hidden, or it's up to you what you want to do.
I'm going to get to the edge, an exit to the courtyard square.
Okay.
And I will stop there and hide, but try and observe to see whether Bert can get away.
Okay. What about Howard? What's he doing?
Yep, I'm trying to move away and out of the square, opposite to the alleyway where the assailants came from.
Okay.
But if I'm anywhere near Bert at this time and the crowd around him, I will shout out and point at the cultist and shout "thief" in Arabic.
Okay, so Bert is in the northern part of the courtyard, not far from the alleyway where he came out of. But you guys all kind of ran off. Yeah.
Right.
Bert got stuck, which is why he got seen.
Yes, of course. So I will follow Douglas if I can see him.
Okay.
And head in that direction.
And you both.
I'm hiding. I'm hoping that
yeah.
Howard can't see me.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you're both.
Yeah,
Are you both
okay.
trying to stay hidden then? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
going for the opposite corner to the alleyway.
Okay. Because you're moving so far away from them, or the other side of the alleyway, can you both make stealth rolls to get a bonus die because of the crowds on your distance? What about Jacob? What are you doing?
Is there anything handy I could use as a weapon, as a melee weapon?
Okay. Make a luck roll. Did you pass?
Yes, just.
Okay. So you kind of glance around. What sort of thing are you looking for?
Preferably an iron bar or something, or a stick or something that's heavy enough.
So yeah, you see, you're right. You glance around in the market where you are, and you quickly see one of the stalls is where there are hammer handles. The guys, so they're like just long, solid pieces of wood.
I'll grab one of those, and I'm going to try and make my way stealthily through the crowd to get a bit closer to Bert.
Okay.
The aim is, if he can't get away, I'm going to try and smack the cultists from behind if I can.
Right. Okay. So, have you two, the other two, how have you made? And did you make your stealth roll?
I made my stealth roll. I got a 33.
What about you, Howard?
Nope, not sure.
Did you roll your bonus die as well?
Oh no, I didn't.
You roll that then. Okay. So that's
10 is a 0, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's so you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you two are both hidden. What about Jacob? You need to make a stealth roll because you're trying to get closer. You don't get a bonus die because of that. Oh, okay. Nice.
That's an extreme success.
Okay. Right. Meanwhile, Bert, the crowd have parted, leaving you and the cultist that stands in front of you, the club, in splendid isolation. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to attempt to fight again.
Okay.
Because I'm going to roll D100 badly as a bad answer.
Surely you just need to take out your revolver and shoot
Yes.
him.
Yeah, I had batteries as well. Well, you got him.
Great. No.
Oh.
I failed by... my skill is 60. I rolled 62 last time and I rolled 63 this time. I'm going in the wrong direction.
Okay. Righty-ho. The cultist swings his club. Okay. But, one minute. So you failed. So he swings again and misses. You kind of step aside. What are you going to do now as the fight rages on?
Kind of nothing. Because I do want to hit him. I'm just not able to.
You are kind of obviously jostling with each other. Keep swinging, and it's all happening pretty quick. So he's going to carry on fighting.
I'm not running away from him.
Yeah. Okay. Go on then. Make another roll then.
I'll do.
And now I've done an extreme success.
Okay. He's trying to fight back. He's okay. He doesn't beat an extreme success, which means that you hit him.
So I do apologise. Just remind me of the rules. Is that just maximum damage? And I don't do anything.
Because it's a non-piercing weapon, so it's just maximum damage plus maximum damage bonus if you've got one.
Okay, so plus maximum damage bonus, so that's 8.
Okay, 8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So brass knuckles is 1d3.
Yes, that's 3 damage
plus 1.
Yes,
plus your damage bonus,
which is 1d4, and
right,
Dan just said maximum. So
yeah, okay. No, I didn't think you've done enough. I wasn't trying to knock it down.
It's the maximum damage for the weapon plus your maximum damage bonus, and you don't roll it again because it's not an impaling weapon.
Yeah.
So 8 is correct.
8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Percentile. Okay. That blow collects right under the chin. It is a proper haymaker. Sends the cultist. Well, his eyes like kind of shoot up into the back of his head, and for a moment you think he's going to fall to the ground, but he doesn't. He just sways, and then he raises his club again. He says, "Yeah, Nyarlathotep," and you see a spiked club swinging in your direction. Do you want to fight back?
Oh yes, thank you. That is a success.
Okay, so you hit again.
Got to do rolling this time. 6 damage.
Okay, that punt, you just do a straight jab, just cracks, his nose cracks, and he just crumples to the ground unconscious. Meanwhile, Jacob, because you were trying to move quite close, but the crowd have pulled away, it's quite difficult for you to remain hidden during that period of time. So I'm assuming that you would have. What would you have done? Moved away with the crowd?
Yeah, I was trying to sort of move through the crowd stealthily to try and get closer to the cultists to be able to ambush them.
Okay, you spot one of the other cultists heading through the crowd, but it's kind of side on. He doesn't look like he's seen you, but he's heading away from the fight itself across the courtyard in the general direction of where the last time that you saw Blake and Howard.
I will follow through the crowd, but at a distance, and not shoving my way through or anything. Just going with the flow again, as stealthily as I can.
So yeah. You're not really trying to catch him up then.
No, I'm favouring stealth over speed.
Okay. So Howard, Blake, you're both hidden just outside of the courtyard. You can see one of the cultists suddenly emerging from the crowd. A lot of the crowd are kind of moving away from this fracas, and there's quite a lot of chaos with people running everywhere and generally not wishing to be in the courtyard anymore. But the cultist is moving quickly, but is more composed. He's heading straight in your direction, but you're kind of hidden. You don't think he's seen you, judging by where he's not looking your direction. He's just kind of heading. Like you can see him scouring, his head's going backwards and forwards as if he's still looking.
Okay, I'm going to try and remain hidden, but I've got my blackjack in my hand. If he heads towards me, I will attack him.
Okay, and what about you, Howard?
I will stay hidden as long as possible. But if he does come towards me, or no, if he looks as though he's about to see me, I will then run.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, can Howard and Blake and Douglas see each other?
No. Okay. So you're on either side of the same alleyway, but kind of in the head of it. But there's so many people around, and you're so well hidden, both of you, that you can't see each other. The cultist comes to the head of the alleyway, but again, because you're well hidden behind like boxes and baskets, crates, and also the sheer amount of people that are trying to file out of the courtyard down the alleyway. The cultist is kind of taken down almost like a human torrent as he pushed down, and he doesn't see you as he goes past. Okay, Jacob, you're following up here, and actually now you can see Blake and Howard can see Jacob heading through, following behind the cultist, a decent distance behind. But you notice him. You're kind of being pushed along, Jacob, by the throng of people that are trying to get out of the courtyard.
Can I see Howard or Douglas?
Make a roll.
That's a success. That's a hard success.
Hard success.
Yeah.
What did you get for your hide rolls, both of you?
Success.
Okay, and I think Howard got a better.
It was a hard success.
Okay, so you see, you see Douglas hidden behind some baskets and crates as the kind of crowd begins to thin out now, because most of them have moved away from the scene.
Move alongside Douglas.
Okay, Bert, what are you doing after delivering the downing jab to the cultist? What are you doing?
Scan around, see who's the nearest cultist to me.
Okay, make a spot hidden roll, please.
I failed. Of course, I failed.
Okay, yeah, you don't see any cultists now at all, but you can just see the straggling elements of the general populace here.
The one at my feet is just unconscious.
But you haven't really. You're going to go and examine him, are you?
Yeah, check. Go kneel down and check him. Okay. See if he's got. Does he have a knife or anything like that on him?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, he's not dead. He is unconscious. He has nothing on him apart from an inverted ankh necklace on a leather lace, and obviously the club that he was carrying. Obviously, he has other odds of bits and pieces, like the odd like a leather purse with a few bits of coinage in it, and another bit, but nothing of any interest.
How big are these spikes? Could I use the spikes to cut his throat?
The spike is just a nail it's like a 6-inch nail that's been driven through the club, basically.
Oh, fine, perfect. I will cut his key artery in his neck with the nail and move on.
Okay.
No, and he'll wake up and ambush us again.
Do you want to make a luck roll for me?
I've rolled 2.
Okay, so you cut his throat, and then you kind of glance around. There's not really anybody close to you now. There are a few people kind of cowering off to the sides of the courtyard, and you kind of feel like there are still a few people stood around the actual entrance to the mosque, but you're too far away from there for anybody to see you. Okay, so what are you going to do next?
I'll just stand up and move away. Just if I can't see any of the others, it's time for me to just walk out of here and go back to the hotel.
Okay. As you begin to walk away, you see emerging from the same alleyway that the fight originated in. You see 2 uniforms. Well, they're wearing dark blue uniforms, red fezzes. They got leather cross straps, so they were basically Egyptian police, both carrying short sticks. And they come kind of hurrying out of the alleyway, the head of the alleyway.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Just go with the flow of the crowd and try to leave.
Okay. You roll what for your luck? 2?
2.
Okay. It is your lucky day, as the remainder of the straggling crowd conceal you as you melt away from the scene of the crime into the alleyway, which actually is the same alleyway that the other 3 are, or the other 2 are stationed at, and also Jacob is heading down. Howard and Blake, you can see Bert heading towards you now. You saw him punch the guy down, punch down the cultist, and then you saw him bend down over him. That's all you can see from your distance.
Mm-hmm.
You can now see him coming towards you with a few, like I say, the crowd that are left, and in the distance you can see the police across the courtyard.
I'll get his attention and then head off, and he can follow us up the alleyway.
Okay. Okay.
Howard, as he sees Jacob walk past, he'll sort of fall into step with Jacob, then Douglas.
Okay, so after another couple of minutes, you've all moved away from the alleyway. Everything's died down. You can hear the murmur of the crowd back in the courtyard, but you've gone down a couple more alleyways, and you're now kind of off the beaten track in the old city. You don't really know where you are because it's like a complete labyrinth down here. You haven't seen Mahmood since the attack happened, but you are in a quiet alleyway, and you're obviously getting your breath back. And Howard, you've got obviously a wound to deal with.
Yeah, Jacob's forearm's bleeding quite badly.
Oh, was it Jacob that got hit, or Howard?
Yeah, it was Jacob. Yeah,
Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got that. Yeah, I'm just so used to it being Howard. Yeah, Jacob, you're yeah. Okay, so you're all catching your breath. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Get back to the hotel as soon as we can.
Has anyone got anything I can use to bind this?
It depends on how far away we are from the hotel. If we can get you there as soon as possible.
If we're going past a store that sells clothes,
bandages.
Yeah, or bandages, obviously. Grab one of those, but at least some cloth to wrap around it. Wait it.
Okay.
Just trying to remember where we were.
You're in the old city at the Al Hussein Mosque.
Al Hussein Mosque. So
yeah, it's about.
spoken.
I would say it's about 2 miles away from the hotel.
So we just spoken to that former shopkeeper.
Yeah.
The Street of the Jackals guy.
So there's
Najjar?
Faraz Najjar.
Faraz.
You can hail a taxi or jump on a tram.
We need some transport, don't we?
Get a taxi and get straight back to the hotel.
Okay.
Was that our plan already, or were we going off to meet anyone? Were we
Doesn't
just
really
on
matter,
the way
does it?
back?
I think we just.
Oh yeah.
We weren't
Remember
meeting
what
anybody.
Okay, you're gonna hail a taxi. So you're not doing anything with Jacob's wound at this stage. Just keeping. I mean,
if he's freely bleeding, then yes, we will. But if he's not, then we'll get back, and then we'll sort it when we get back to the.
I mean, yeah, it is bleeding quite a lot still.
Okay, in which case we need to do what Howard said and buy a scarf or something and use that as a tourniquet or bandage.
Okay, right. It's not difficult to find somewhere that's selling a scarf or headscarf of that description. You fashion a tourniquet. Who's going to do that?
Who knows their first aid? I'll have a go.
Okay.
Oh dear, I think I've just taken your arm off. 83.
Okay.
Ow, that's smart.
Oh, sorry, that's a little bit too tight. Sorry.
Yeah, you've not. I mean, you've kind of tried to fashion it as best you can, but it hasn't really done a huge amount stopping the bleeding. So it's quite obvious. Obviously, he's got quite a lot of blood on his clothes, and also now on the tourniquet thing as well.
Anybody asks you were bitten by a camel?
Bloody big camel.
Yeah, the ump. Hey.
Okay, you're going to try and summon a taxi. Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay, you're going to try and hail a taxi. Right, the horse and cart. There's lots of the taxis are horse and cart, especially down here in the old city. A horse and trap. The Egyptian taxi driver. The coach driver. He looks at you suspiciously, but as soon as you wave some money in front of him, the suspicion seems to abate, and he whisks you from the old city back towards the banks of the Nile and the luxurious Semiramis Hotel. Okay, you safely disembark and head in. Are you going to go straight to your room, or what are you going to do?
Go straight to our room, then we can
call for a doctor.
Yeah, call for a doctor. I was going to say get to speak to reception to get a doctor sent up.
Okay. Okay.
I hope my mood's okay and there weren't any more of those ne'er-do-wells. It was just those three.
There's always more.
Feeling there'll be an endless supply in this place.
It kind of changes our approach. If they obviously know we're here and they're not shy about trying to do away with us. We're going to find it very, very difficult any form of quiet investigation into what their activities are.
And having failed this time, I suspect we'll be met with more force next time.
Well, absolutely. Next time it might be guns rather than clubs. Be very, very alert. Or we take the fight to them.
Not quite ready for that though, are we? Although I'll look over at one of Douglas's bags.
Well, we know the right people. As in the right people to be focusing our attention on. It's just getting to him that's the problem. We were supposed to be trying to catch up with the gentleman from the Clive expedition, weren't we? That's what expedition.
Yes, yeah, that.
Yeah, but that wasn't because we'd met him. That was because we were trying to find him.
Did we have the name of a hotel? I think because he was out for the day and likely to be back.
Yeah.
Okay. After you've been back in the room for half an hour or so, there's a knock on your door. And
I've got to answer it. Yep.
One of the bellboys is there. It informs you that the doctor is waiting. Can you send him up?
Yes, please.
Please.
Okay. A few minutes later, another knock on your door, and are you going again?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, you see a short, slight gentleman in his maybe late 50s, early 60s, with round spectacles. He says, "Good evening, I am Dr. Haust. I have been sent from the German hospital. Apparently there is a patient here."
Yes, please come in. He's over there. He has an arm injury.
I see. He comes over to you. Says he begins treatment without really saying a huge amount. How did the wound happen?
He was attacked by a robber in a side street, unfortunately, when in the new city, and we took a wrong turning.
Made the mistake of fighting back rather than turning and running.
You should not be in the old city alone. I will clean up the wound. It will be fine.
It's a relief, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you for attending so quickly.
He just nods. Okay, he bandages the wound up after putting some antiseptic on it. Once you have received the doctor's attention, it takes a good half an hour to see to you. You regain 3 hit points.
Thank you, Doctor. That feels so much better.
I am all done. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you, Doctor.
Show
Again.
him out.
Well,
He clips his briefcase closed, and away he goes. No, the hotel will take care of the bill. You must pay them.
you.
Thank you.
Very generous.
He nods, and he's away.
Not sure it was generous how we're having to pay the hotel.
Yeah.
We were paying him.
Man of few words and fewer questions, which is
That's what we like.
good. Absolutely. What time of day is it now?
It's about 5 o'clock. Well, it is actually just coming up to 5.
I don't think we can afford to wait around much here, can we? The longer we stay in Cairo, the more likely we are to be attacked.
Yeah, we're on target every minute that we stay here. What do we need?
We're going to try and find the Dutchman.
What do we need to learn from him? What the Clive expedition was up to?
Yeah, he was cast out by Dr. Clive. We knew that the Clive expedition was sponsored by the Penhew Foundation. They were digging at Giza. They recovered that mummy that was stolen.
Stolen by the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And then the Dutchman was cast out by Dr. Clive. So there's a story there. If his tongue's loosened by a few drinks, if he's got an axe to grind, he might be only too willing to tell us what happened. And then the Clive expeditions moved to Memphis as well, so he might know a little bit about what they're after and why they've moved.
The Brotherhood are watching another mosque for something, the Ibn Tulun Mosque, that's what my notes say. So there may be some significance to that. But yeah, I think probably speaking to Van Hoevelen would be our next step.
Looking at my notes about the Brotherhood took the mummy, and then I've got a note about the Mosque of Ibn Tulun.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood sought something there, and Mahmoud said it was a hospital now. I'm not sure I've got my notes entirely straight.
Well, it
there.
says, I've got that they're watching the mosque for something.
I've got that, yeah.
But we don't know why.
The mosque, that's it. The Mosque of Ibn Tulun was being watched. The Brotherhood was seeking something there. But Mahmoud said it's a hospital now.
So there may be something buried there, or maybe there's a person in the hospital that they are seeking.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not entirely sure that we want to be running around somewhere right next to where the Brotherhood are watching, given what's just happened.
Yeah, so maybe, right, Douglas, there was an artifact buried there when it was a mosque. It's related to Queen Archocris.
But why would they be watching rather
Why
than
wouldn't they just go in
doing
and
something
find
about it, go in and take it? Yeah. Particularly given their connection to Al-Shakti.
So the supposed mummy of Queen Archocris, the Brotherhood have that. So could we surmise they've taken it to Al-Shakti's fortified compound?
Quite possible. It's like I say, everything leads towards Al-Shakti. If we wanted to just be blunt instruments, then we just go straight to him and do what we did at Gavigan's. But that we got lucky that time. Well, not all of us. I think might be.
Could have been worse.
Well, not much, but it's. I think Al-Shakti's level of influence and power here is far greater than Gavigan's was. I don't think we would stand much chance. So
surely he's got a whole army protecting him.
It's possibly of the dead.
Yeah, so we did get away lightly then. I was considering using the arcane knowledge that I have, but it's not really a hand I want to show just yet.
I would suggest.
But I do realise that if we keep everything hidden, then we may not have the opportunity to use it. Not when we're dead.
Yeah, I was going. Why would you wish to conceal it?
Just to give us a little bit of an advantage in a circumstance when we might need it, and also with their glassy eyes, I had a feeling that they were under some sort of drug that may fog their brain. Maybe the spell wouldn't take effect. Guesswork, I know, but
well, when the moment comes, please try it. I would rather that we used every weapon in our arsenal rather than failed for fear that something might not work. Better to try it and it fail.
Mm-hmm. Again, it was.
But then equally, we should see whether we could not get into fights in the first place. We're leaving quite a trail of destruction behind us currently.
Brought to mind the ancient cult of the assassins. Their reliance on hashish.
Well, I don't think there were anybody we were going to be able to reason with.
So where next? We're going to try and find Van Hoover then?
Yes, I think so.
I think we were told that he normally stays at the Mina Hotel in Giza. How far away is that? That's miles.
It's across the river and upstream.
Could we go there tonight? We've been told he favours a drink.
Well, we could certainly take a taxi there.
Well, you can get the hotel to arrange a car for you if you like.
I think we were told, weren't we, that he was due back today. Is it today? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was today. Definitely today.
Because Mahmood hasn't appeared yet, has he?
No.
Would you blame him? We never saw us again.
Mahmood's not appeared again yet.
No.
Oh.
Answers the question whether I had a sneaking suspicion he might be part of the cult himself, but obviously not. If he has any sense, we'll never see him again. Which I'm slightly glad about. People around us have a tendency not to last too long. Right, shall we get something to eat, head out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get some dinner, arrange some dinner, and then you're going to arrange for the concierge to get a car for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, the concierge tells you that that's no problem at all and that a car can be arranged for whatever time you like this evening. Would you like him to phone ahead to the hotel to see whether you're would you like him to phone ahead? You need to make a reservation at the Mina. What you're intending to do?
Make a reservation for dinner.
Are we going to be able to get back the same night? Are we going to need a room? I'm sorry, I have no concept how far it is.
It's only 40 minutes away from here by car.
Well, the car can wait for us.
Ah, okay. So, just like heading across town then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have dinner here at the Semiramis and then head out afterwards.
No, let's have dinner there.
Yeah, it gives us an opportunity to scope the place out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
And the longer we're there, the more chance we'll be able to find Van Hoover then.
Okay.
Do we trust entirely the concierge at this hotel?
Do we trust them?
I'm just thinking, how did those cultists know where to ambush us? Either they were following us, or they were tipped off to where we were going. I'm just trying to think who might have known. It was only Mahmood, wasn't it?
Mahmood
who knew where we were going.
So maybe, Mahmood ran. They didn't chase him. Just
to clarify that for you. So you obviously you went to Faraz Najjar's shop first, and then Faraz Najjar arranged to meet you at the mosque. So nobody apart from Mahmood, who was with you all the time, because you waited around after you'd seen Faraz Najjar. So nobody other than Faraz Najjar and you as a group knew that you were going to that mosque.
Yeah. So we were being watched.
Unless we've been followed all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I would have expected us to have been anyway. We can expect to be followed tonight. It's not,
Yeah.
So the question is, well, we have to go armed and prepared to fight our way out again.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to... So just to clarify, then, you're going to have dinner here in the restaurant or in your room?
I think we're going to have dinner at the Mina Hotel, are we?
Oh, you're going to have it at the Mina. Okay, so you're going to arrange a car to take you to the Mina like pretty much as soon as possible then?
Yeah. And are we going to take weapons?
Oh, yes. I would suggest taking, if you've got a something like a blackjack, brass knuckles, knife.
I've acquired a hammer handle.
That'll do.
And I'll reload my pistol.
And you're still wearing your native Egyptian attire, I'm assuming?
Actually, if we're going to dinner in a hotel, possibly not.
Can we take I agree. We probably we need to dress Western, but perhaps we ought to take some less conspicuous clothes with us in case we do need to disappear into the crowds.
Yeah.
Okay. You dress into your Western attire, but you're going to take a bag with you with some Egyptian wear as needed.
Some cloak, some loose-fitting cloaks that we could put over our clothes.
Okay.
Should get that into one backpack. I can be the bag man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bert the bag man. It sounds good. That.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a knuckle duster or blackjack or anything like that, but then hopefully I won't be getting into a fist fight. Certainly I'll come up worst.
You may have to defend yourself, or one of us, or you could just stay out of the way.
I'll certainly defend you if I can. Not sure how effective I'd be.
Okay, so you're gonna go? Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna pick up you pick up the phone. You book the car with the concierge, and about 20 minutes later, the phone in your room rings. And you're told that the car's ready outside.
Excellent. Head down.
You will file downstairs.
As we leave.
Yeah.
Should we not ask the concierge if the mood has reappeared?
Okay, you file down
to leave us a note.
You file down the 3 flights of stairs to the ground floor, and you're going to leave a message on the desk for Mahmood. What's the message going to say?
Ask if he managed to find his way home safely.
And just ask him if he's available tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't had any contact from him, sir. So I will ensure that message is passed on once he returns. I shouldn't worry. He is one of our most reliable dragomen.
I can't really go up to the concierge and go, could you let one of your guys know, I hope you didn't get murdered?
Missing you already.
Yeah. Don't die, dude. See you tomorrow.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, the sun is beginning to set as you step outside the front of the Hotel Semiramis, and you see a sleek, dust-streaked Hudson Super 6 parked outside. Next to it is the driver. He's a wiry man in a flat cap and a white, loose-fitting tunic. He nods silently as he opens the doors for you. You slide into the Super 6. The leather seats inside are pleasantly warm from the day's sun. The driver closes the doors and then jumps in, nods to you all silently, and then pulls away from the curb. Okay, so the car winds its way through the Garden City, passing colonial villas, and you see embassy shaded by jacaranda trees. Children chase stray dogs through alleyways. Vendors still hawk their wares from stalls, brassware, spices, books. And as you then pass Giza Road, the city begins to thin. The buildings grow older and more weathered. Fields of sugarcane and date palms begin to stretch out beyond the tram lines, and the air grows drier with a scent of dust and sun-warmed stone. In the distance, the pyramids rise like sleeping gods, their silhouettes jagged and eternal against the sky. The journey passes uneventfully. In fact, it's so comfortable in this car, and the surroundings are so beautiful that you have to struggle to stay awake. But eventually the car pulls into the gravel drive of the Mina House Hotel, a grand Moorish structure nestled at the very foot of the Great Pyramid. Its arched windows, carved wooden balconies, and lush gardens shout of old-world luxury and imperial ambition. Uniformed porters in red fezzes and gold-trimmed jackets mill about outside the hotel, awaiting you to exit the car. You step outside and make your way towards the hotel. You are welcomed. The hotel is as you go through the main entrance, you're hit with a scent of jasmine, and you see there are many well-to-do guests in linen suits and silk dresses that mill around in the lobby and the tea room that opens into. You glance outside the door and you see a camel train passing, heading back for the night. So yeah, you look around. It's definitely a hotel which rivals the one that you're staying in, the Semiramis, for opulence. And as far as location goes, well, it's literally right in front of the Giza pyramids. What you want to do?
We're going to head to the restaurant.
Yep, think so.
We need to discuss how we're going to handle the Dutchman as well.
Okay.
Buying drinks.
I mean, we could offer him a job. Tell him that he's looking for a job, and we could approach it by asking him about his experience.
Especially if we compliment him a little on his expertise. So we've heard of him, and might be an angle. Yeah.
So it's saying that we're looking to conduct an expedition.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a conversation that you, Jacob, and you, Howard, should have, given your knowledge of expeditions and such like. I think myself and Bert would probably run out of things to talk about very, very quickly.
And anecdotes for Egyptian digs.
Well, exactly. Sure. Or indeed what we would be looking for.
Should we invite him to join us for a meal? We could, I'm sure we could send a message via reception.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, get him to come to us. I mean, it's not like we're stalking him or anything. We understood that he was staying at this, or he would be frequenting this hotel, and we would like him to join us for a business discussion.
Okay, you're going to leave a message at the reception to that end, are
you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I would be delighted if you could join us for dinner.
So the hotel receptionist confirms that indeed Mr. Van Hoevelen is a resident at the hotel currently, and she says that she will put a call through to him to extend your invitation. Excuse me. Okay. You obviously asked where the restaurant is, and one of the hotel staff leads you through the cool marble corridors of the Mina Hotel, past ornate wooden latticework screens and frescoed ceilings that whisper of Ottoman grandeur. The staff member, discreet and unsmiling, gestures towards the garden terrace, where it seems the majority of guests are currently dining. You are taken over to a wrought iron table, and you sit looking at the view across. He actually offers you a superb view across towards the pyramids, across the desert. Your order is taken. Well, I presume he's going to order drinks and hopefully wait for the guests to arrive.
Yeah, so I was thinking drinks and dates and nuts.
Okay.
Olives.
Yeah.
While we're waiting.
Okay. Yeah. The restaurant staff return with a plate of like stuffed vine leaves, vegetables, olives, nuts, etc. Place them in front of you, and you are left to your own desires, awaiting your guest.
Just keep an eye, see whether there's anybody that looks out of place, anybody that I'm assuming we didn't see anybody following us or following us in.
No, I've assumed right from the beginning that you always trying to keep an eye out on.
Yeah.
And I have taken that into consideration. Okay. Okay. So about 10 minutes after you are seated at the table, you see a man in a rumpled linen suit, the collar of which is slightly askew, approach the table. He wears round spectacles, and he seems to be quite hot in that he's sweating quite profusely. He keeps dabbing his forehead with his handkerchief. His face is pale, unshaven and plump. Sweat beads perpetually upon his brow and runs down into his face, undeterred by the occasional dab of his handkerchief. He approaches the table. Good evening. I am Van Hoevelen. I believe you left a message for me.
I'll stand and offer him my hand.
He extends a slightly podgy, sweaty hand. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
You don't. Let me introduce myself and my colleagues. I'm Jacob Lockhart, and this is Messrs. Briggs, Baker, and Blake. We're very pleased to meet you, and thank you for accepting our offer. Perhaps you'd have a seat. Can we get you a drink?
Yes, vodka and lime, please. Yes, you must be the ones that Dr. Kafur was speaking about. He rang the hotel yesterday asking for my whereabouts.
We are indeed. We're glad he called ahead.
Are you the expedition leader?
Oh no. That would be Mr. Baker here. He's the expert in such things. But we were hoping to acquire some local expertise, which is why our inquiries led to you, Mr. Van Hoevelen.
Well,
we hear you have extensive experience.
Glad my reputation precedes me. He takes a seat. I must say it is nice to be amongst fellow academics again. Are you all archaeologists, Egyptologists? He looks particularly towards Blake and Bert in particular when he says that.
No, I think Mr. Baker is the academic amongst us. My interest is mainly in art rather than history.
Interested in providing financial backing for the enterprise. Mr. Briggs works for me.
When you say enterprise, what do you mean? What is your enterprise?
Well, that is what Mr. Lockhart and Mr. Baker would wish to discuss with you.
I see. Of course. Well,
we're considering an expedition, Mr. Van Hoevelen, but I think perhaps rather than waste your time, firstly, we'd be very interested in whether you would be interested in joining an expedition.
Well, of course I would. Of course. I have, well, as you probably know, I have been on one, the Clive expedition. You must have heard of it. I worked on it until fairly recently. Yes, I am keen to rejoin up with an expedition of the right type, of course. What is it where are you digging?
Well, we'd heard how instrumental you were in the success of the Clive expedition. Perhaps you could tell us a little about how you contributed towards their success.
Forgive me, I do not wish to be rude, but I have not heard of any of your names. You come here offering me a job, which is well received, but maybe it should be me asking questions. He smiles.
Well, we haven't yet put together the exact details of the expedition. We're still in the research phase at the moment.
Do you have the funding secured?
We do. Funding secured, yes. It's been a few years since I've been in Egypt. I currently have a chair in Columbia University. Taking some time out to return to Egypt here, following the trail of some information about certain artifacts, rumors, legends. You know how it is with Egypt, trying to sort the wheat from the chaff.
Yes, I do know how it is, of course. But so you have funding, but you say your expedition is not yet settled.
No, well, we're aware that.
Do you have permits? Where do you propose to dig, and what are you digging for?
Well, we were hoping perhaps, Mr. Van Hoevelen, you might help us with this. I mean, Howard here has it's been a few years since he was here, and we're aware that, well, to put it bluntly, the area has been picked over by so many expeditions over recent years. We were rather looking toward your expertise as to where might be a more productive place to explore.
I see.
Looking for things that people might have missed, overlooked, in their zeal to uncover the latest golden sarcophagus.
As are all expeditions these days, as you rightly say, the land has been gone over with a fine-tooth comb. Well, I am interested in your proposition. If you are saying that I will have influence on where we dig and what we dig for, when are you looking to start?
Once we finalise the plans, and arranging a permit shouldn't be too much trouble. Pretty much got a guarantee that we could organise that swiftly. But yeah, it is trying to narrow down the areas. The Clive expedition in particular has piqued our interest. So anything more that you could tell us about that, and perhaps areas where you may wish to have pushed the expedition that others maybe took a different path.
Oh, look, it appears he looks at his glass, which is empty. Is dinner on you this evening? By the way,
it is, and perhaps I'll call the waiter over. Another drink, please, for Mr. Van Hoevelen.
Double, please. Yes. Well, the Clive expedition. It is a sad, sorry story. A time no longer with them, but these things happen. I am fascinated, though, that you have funding and you have the inclination to dig, but you do not seem to know where you wish to dig or what you wish to dig for. That is a very unusual set of circumstances, especially for an academic, an Egyptologist such as yourself. It looks at you, Howard.
Or perhaps we know exactly what we're looking for and exactly where we want to dig, but at this stage of our negotiations, we do not feel that we know you well enough to share such confidential information, because what would be to stop you taking the unique information that we have and selling it on to another expedition which is already in progress?
Now that is a good point. Yes, and now I begin to understand. That makes more sense. Very, very clever. He puts his finger to his temple. You have to be careful in these times. There are many expedition leaders that are particularly cutthroat. There aren't as many secrets in the sands as there used to be, but they are still out there.
Well, we have some very, very good leads from previous expeditions and some investigations which have been made by academics. But we need to be careful. We need to be secure in setting up our digs. And we need to be incredibly careful about anything we find. I'm very disturbed to read in the papers about some mummy which was stolen from an expedition only recently. That is exactly the kind of thing we wouldn't want to happen to anything that we discovered.
Yes, well, of course. The Clive expedition. That is why they are no longer in Giza.
Why? Through shame of losing their greatest prize? Or to search for something else?
That is a good question. The government revoked the license after the loss of the mummy. They were forced to move elsewhere, much to the chagrin of some of the expedition members. But obviously I would not know because they let me go.
Oh, really? You were part of the client? I apologise, I wasn't aware.
Yes.
It's rather foolish to let someone of your calibre and experience slip through their fingers, Mr. Van Hoevelen.
Well, I thank you for saying so, and obviously I was rather incredulous at the time. I still have respect for Dr. Clive, but yes, it did come as a shock.
Tell me, how did you hear? Sounds a little bit like a political decision.
I think it was more
cover up their own embarrassment.
Potentially a financial one, I believe. That is what he told me, anyway. Although you can't always believe everything you're told.
I'm going to keep an eye on his drink as we go and try and make sure that the alcohol keeps flowing.
Okay, he downs his double vodka and lime pretty quick.
Perhaps we should ask the waiter just to leave the bottle and a jug of lime.
Well, you are very good hosts, I must say. It has been very pleasant. It's nice to speak with those who value me for once. Yes.
Did you not feel valued by Clive?
Well, when they sack you for no reason, that hardly makes you feel valued, does it? Where did you hear of me, by the way? Who gave you my name?
We heard your name from many sources when first set about investigating setting up this expedition. There were a number, but yours came up. I'm afraid I cannot divulge the individual who shared it, but you did come very, very highly recommended. And they also mentioned that you might potentially be free. At the time, we didn't realise that it was as a result of the Clive expedition. I mean, that is unfortunate, of course.
Well,
I mean,
it's more than unfortunate. Maybe the misfortune is theirs and not mine. Maybe found. Maybe well, how is it they say one tomb is sealed, another is opened?
Well, absolutely. I think it may be a blessing for us that you've become available when you have. I mean, could you explain? Obviously the Clive expedition was incredibly successful up until the point where they lost their prize. Could you explain your part in the discovery of the mummy, or how that came about?
Yeah, he downs another vodka. He says, of course. Well, now that we're all friends, I don't see why not. Or are we colleagues? He says, holding the glass up.
Oh, almost definitely friends and colleagues.
I'll call the waiter over.
Chin to that.
He says, where shall I start? I'll start at the beginning, shall I? I attached myself to the expedition when they arrived in Cairo. I had obviously heard of the Penji Foundation and was keen to be involved with one of their digs. I stayed with them throughout their work at Giza. I got on well with all of them. 6 weeks ago, after we'd been excavating for must have been almost 3 months, we discovered a secret chamber in Mycenaeus' pyramid. Have you ever heard of Mycenaeus? It is the smallest pyramid at Giza, one that is less excavated than the others. It was there we found an unidentified female mummy. It was the unprepared but preserved remains of an Egyptian queen. They didn't have any hieroglyphics to identify the body, but Clive said that the funerary trappings showed that it was the body of a great ruler. It was hard to disagree. He says, he leans in now and says, later I overheard Dr. Clive telling Martin Winfield that the mummy was definitely Nyarlathotep, just as his researchers had suggested. I must admit I hadn't heard the name up until that point, but my researchers haven't found much other than that she was some sort of evil queen of legend in the 6th dynasty. Many didn't even know she existed, but Clive was convinced this was her mummy. We also found an ornate gold coffer which contained papyrus scrolls. They were taken from the chamber. They're in remarkably good condition considering their age, and they were fully legible. Dr. Clive took those away before anyone could have a proper look at them. He was quite like that. Wants the glory all for himself. You're not like that, are you?
Not at all. Not at all. We share, everybody all together shares in the glory of anything we discover. Were those scrolls lost with the mummy? Or does Dr. Clive still have them?
As far as I'm aware, Clive took them. They were not lost.
That's something, isn't it? That's good. Good to know. Got something out of it?
But he got something out of it. I'd worked my fingers to the bone there for a good 3 months and got nothing for it. Nothing. Well, I got something, but that's a different story. Anyway, what was I saying? Don't let me forget to tell you that, because I went back there yesterday and I spoke to Martin. Now, Martin was a friend of mine. He didn't agree with Dr. Clive letting me go. So I might need you to help me with something as well. But
Martin?
As it is, Martin.
Who's Martin?
Yeah.
Martin Winfield, one of the archaeologists there.
Ah.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's young, but he works hard and he asks good questions. He was sad when I had to leave. I was sad too. He tried to help me even when it was not easy. I've always liked Martin. He's got a good heart.
And he was part of the expedition, but he's still in Cairo.
No, he's still with the expedition at Memphis.
Ah.
That's where I went yesterday, you see.
Oh. And what happened there?
Let me finish my story first, and then because I can't tell 2 stories at once.
Of course.
Well, unless you don't want to hear any more about the
Clive expedition. Fascinated by the Clive expedition. I'm also fascinated about the one thing that you said you did get from the expedition. If it's as an artifact, I would be fascinated to see it.
Oh no, that's all part of the same story with Martin. Anyway, I'll tell you about Martin in a second. I just can't remember where I was now. Where did I get to?
The mummy, the female mummy, the Egyptian queen, Nyarlathotep.
Yeah. Anyway,
the scrolls.
The scrolls were they were taken by Dr. Clive before anyone could have a proper look at them. We were all keen to see them. We'd never seen, just by glancing at them, we'd never seen scrolls in such good condition. But he would not let anybody look at them. Anyway, the evening of the discovery, I remember seeing a black Rolls Royce at the dig site, but I can't remember any more. I had a few because we were celebrating, and it was shortly after that I was fired for no reason. Whoever came in the Rolls Royce, I think it was him that had something to do with it. I remember that Rolls Royce. Black it was.
Some no good fella stealing your job. That's what that is.
So was this at Giza or down in Memphis?
No, this is at Giza. This is all at Giza. Mycerinus pyramid at Giza. Anyway.
Please continue.
Yeah. So apparently, so where have I got to? Oh yeah, the black Rolls Royce. Yeah. So 3 nights after the discovery was made, and before the preparations for the removal of the casket had been made with the Egyptian authorities, apparently, and I obviously wasn't there because I'd been fired, but there were terrible screams heard from inside the pyramid. When the investigation was, when they all ran in, there must have been no more than 20 minutes between the screams and getting into the tomb. The sarcophagus mummy and the 2 Egyptian police that are guarding it had vanished. No one knows how the thieves succeeded in removing an alabaster sarcophagus weighing several tons so quickly. There were no signs in the dust, no additional footprints, there were nothing there at all. So,
and the police, how had they died?
They weren't there. They're just assumed dead. They've not been found. It's just vanished. Everything, just gone. So, well, I suppose at least I wasn't there when that happened. They couldn't blame that on me, could they?
No, absolutely not.
But so that's about as much as I know. But it was obvious right from the start that Clive had something that he was digging for in the pyramid, and that mummy was it. Now it's gone. I mean, yeah, well, he sacks me for incompetence. At least I didn't lose a mummy. Anyway, so apparently then the authorities cancelled their permit, which is why they've moved to Memphis.
Was there any inkling that they were headed to Memphis anyway? Had you heard the name or any plans mentioned when they were at Giza?
No, nothing like that. It was, we never ever spoke about Memphis. And as it's, from what I understand, I don't think James Gardner's too happy about it. He's one of the expedition members as well. He's a good man. He thinks very deeply, maybe too deeply sometimes. I mean, his ideas about a city under the Sphinx and passageways under the pyramids. I mean, yeah, okay. It's all a little bit too much. But that's why he was at Giza. In fact, that's what his whole purpose was in the expedition. Now they've moved to Memphis, he's not too happy at all.
What about your friend Martin? Is he happy about it? You were going to tell us about him?
Martin's okay about it because he respects Dr. Clive. I mean, Dr. Clive, I mean, he is very clever. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he speaks with great confidence and people listen to him, but he knows how to make the old stone sound important. I learned much from him, truly, but he is also, how do you say, cold. When he fired me, it was like I was nothing. I respect his knowledge, but I can't forgive how he treated me. That's fair, isn't it?
Of course. Did Clive have any particular benefactor? I'm thinking about the mystery black Rolls Royce. Was that perhaps someone who was funding the expedition?
As far as I'm aware, the expedition was funded by the Foundation, so I don't know who that could have been. I'd never seen it before. Just seems a bit of a coincidence.
What took you to go and see Martin yesterday?
Oh, wow. You see, now we're getting into the other story. So since I was relieved of duties, I've been hanging around trying to find myself another expedition, some more work. Yeah, just something to, well, help me make it big and be successful. That's all I want. But I haven't been very good at doing that. And the hotel like this, it's not cheap. You did say you were paying tonight, didn't you?
Yes, of course.
You're our guest.
And actually, I might need to ask a favour as well because, well, you see, the room here is quite expensive. If we're going to be business partners, would there be any chance of an advance?
I don't see why not. Share what information you have, which will help us with our planning, and to ensure that we don't end up with the same kind of problems as the Clive expedition. I'm sure that could be seen as work for which we can pay, and then pay a further advance for any future work.
Consultancy fee?
Well, that's very kind of you, because that would get me out of a sticky situation. I am a little bit in arrears.
Only with the hotel. Anybody else you owe money to that we would need to resolve?
No. It's all just accommodation and bed and board, you know. Anyway, that is one of the reasons that I what was I saying? Oh yeah, well I went to Memphis yesterday I thought perhaps it was time to make peace, to speak with Dr. Clive again and maybe see if I could find a way back now that they're in Memphis, you know, new start and all that. And it occurred to me that the fact they lost the mummy, maybe they would realise that everybody makes mistakes, you know? Yes, so I like a few drinks, so what? It's not a crime. It's not a crime.
Something happened when you were drinking that you think might have caused it? Because to be honest, I like a drink myself, and I've done a few stupid things that would probably get me sacked.
They said I was indiscreet. They couldn't. Yeah. Me? I mean, I'm not indiscreet. They said they couldn't trust me.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't say that. Dr. Clive said he trusted me, but he didn't trust the bottle. Yeah.
I say you can trust both.
Was that what they said yesterday when you tried to? It seems perfectly reasonable for you to go back and try and rejoin.
Well, Dr. Clive wouldn't see me. Of course not. But Martin did. He's a good man, that one. He puts down his glass and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a folded map of Cairo. He says, Martin told me something unexpected. He said there is a place in the old city, a temple, hidden in the alleys, not in the guidebooks, not in the museum records, a place that even the locals do not speak of easily. He taps the map with his finger. Here, near Bab Zuela. He said it might hold something worth studying, something unusual, something that could, how do you say, redeem me, maybe even make me famous. Martin would have gone himself, but he is buried in work at Memphis, so he gave it to me. A gift, I think, or maybe a test. I think he feels sorry for me and realises I was poorly treated.
And do you think this is something that might be of interest as a taster for our expedition that we help you with?
It does seem like fate, really, doesn't it? I don't know what I will find there, but I must go. If there is something hidden in that temple, something real, then perhaps, I was thinking I could return to the expedition, or at least be remembered for something other than failure.
What will it take to explore this place? Does it require a dig, or what?
It's in the city, and in the old city, I imagine it's just beneath the streets, so there can't be much digging needed, can there? Martin was quite vague as to what it was, but I trust him. He must know something. I said he's a good man. I mean, you could come with me just to look. I was not keen on trusting the streets of the old city alone, and if it's nothing, then we laugh and drink and forget it, and we carry on with whatever you want to do. But if it is something, well,
it's a short walk to glory, isn't it? Why wouldn't we want to investigate something in the city where we don't even have to get our sandals sandy?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't look a gift camel in the mouth. I think that's what they say around here. Something similar. He kind of tries to straighten himself on his chair. He can hardly move up now. He's had about 2 bottles of vodka at this stage.
Well, when do you propose we start?
Well, I suppose
tomorrow.
There's no time like the present. Well, tomorrow will be really good. I mean, not before noon. I'm not a morning person.
No, perhaps mid-afternoon. The midday sun may be too hot, and I suspect we'll all be sleeping it off in the morning and preparing. Perhaps
mad dogs and Englishmen and all that. That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
You really do. I really feel like I've met. I feel like I've known you for a long time. You think like I do. I like that.
Have a look at this map. Mm-hmm. How detailed is it?
Yeah, it's detailed enough for it to show you pretty much exactly where the part in the old city would be.
It's something that we could, try to commit it to memory.
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. It's too detailed for that. You'd have to have the map with you to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, perhaps if we called it a night, and then we say called for you at 3:00 tomorrow afternoon, and then we shall venture to the old city together.
That sounds very good.
And if we have a successful expedition, we can look at clearing your debt by way of an advance.
Oh well, I mean, you see his face completely light up. You did say you were paying for tonight, didn't you?
Yes, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Thank you.
Of course, already taken care of. I'm thinking about that. Would I be able to research it and overnight, and then when we start tomorrow?
Research what? Sorry.
I might, the map.
No! I must keep it in my possession. Martin told me to keep it with me at all times.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
But it would be useful to be able to study it in more detail.
Yes, I know. Just like Dr. Clive taking those scrolls away. I know.
We are not like him, as I hope we've shown this evening.
Is there anything unusual on the map? Is it just like a common or garden map? Are there any unusual markings on it?
No, it doesn't. There's nothing unusual about it. It just looks like a hand-drawn, quite detailed map of the old city in Cairo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's nothing unusual that you can see, and there's no unusual sigils or symbols or anything.
Yeah,
that might potentially be a magic square or anything like that. No.
Yeah. Perhaps you just keep them up this evening.
Oh well, yes, I can see that you are not like Dr. Clive, and this is not the Clive expedition. I mean, you don't have a psychic for a start, do you? I mean, what sort of expedition needs a psychic?
Especially a psychic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
someone who could see through walls.
I mean, she's a lovely old lady and all that, Agatha Broadmoor. I mean, 67-year-old lady, old woman from London. But I mean, what's the point in her being on a dig? It made no sense to me. I mean, she can make good cup of tea. Don't get me wrong.
What did he use her for? What advice did she provide?
Well, none really that I could see. Ghouls complained it was too hot. Wish she was back at home. Oh, but she was friendly enough and kind. But I just couldn't understand why she was needed. Whenever I asked her, she just said she couldn't tell me it was a secret.
Yeah.
I mean, what a load of rubbish.
Very odd.
Bizarre.
And Mr. Gardner, you mentioned him earlier, James. Was he a financier for the expedition? Archaeologist?
Yeah, he's an archaeologist from Scotland. He wasn't. I don't think he financed it because it was financed by the Penhew Foundation, but I think it was via them that he was brought on board. I think Joanna was brought on board by them too. In fact, probably all of them, except for maybe Agatha, who's specifically chosen by Dr. Clive, I understand. I mean, Joanna, she was a funny one. I'm not over fond of the Germans anyway. But she was sharp with hieroglyphs, better than most I've met. We did have good talks, sometimes long into the night, and about translations and meanings and other things, but her politics made me uncomfortable. Too much pride in the wrong things, you understand? Still, I liked her. She was serious about the work. He kind of sighs wistfully. I did enjoy my time with the Clive expedition, but I do feel better this evening than I did this morning for having met you, so thank you for seeking me out. It just made me feel wanted again.
Oh, you are definitely. We value your expertise. and your good counsel. And indeed, your good company. It has been a pleasure this evening.
Oh, it has been a pleasure. It really has. The food was great. It really was. The conversation was excellent. Yes, I'm look forward to tomorrow. So, what time did we say?
3.
3. Where?
Oh, we will meet you here.
We'll meet you here.
All the better. All the better. Okay, well, we better go and get some sleep then, hadn't we? He stands up and kind of has to steady himself on the chair. Thank you again. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you.
Listen, you too. And don't worry about the bill. We're taking care of that.
Yeah, I know you said that. You are good friends and good business associates. Let us see what tomorrow brings. Don't forget, I've got the map.
We won't forget.
Okay, here. I see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well.
He walks about 3 steps away and he comes back. He just turns around and says, "By the way, you were paying for tonight."
Of course.
I thought you were getting this one. Nah.
He looks at your face. You see a worried expression like on his face, and he suddenly bursts into laughter. Oh, your English humour. Very good. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well,
most productive. Although I think, Bert, maybe you need to visit his room and locate the map, or any of our Brotherhood friends visit him in the night.
Well, we have no evidence that what he's talking about is of any use to us whatsoever. I mean, it might just be something entirely unconnected.
But he seems to rate Martin Wingfield's abilities. So, why did he give the task to Mr. Van H? Out of friendship, and hopefully not something more sinister.
Well,
yeah, he could have
after having dinner with him, I presumably gave him the map to get rid of him. I don't know about you fellas, but I'm not a fan. Didn't like the fella.
No.
He's
He's
clearly
Dutch.
an unreliable drunk. But...
Yes.
But if they wanted to kill him, it's a very roundabout way of doing so.
Yes.
When they could have just killed him in the desert and buried him somewhere.
Or beaten him in an alleyway.
Exactly.
I suspect they just didn't want him around because he's got very loose lips, and Clive seemed to be quite keen on secrecy.
Well, I think those scrolls are something that we have a definite interest in. Because I'm assuming that the Clive expedition was at the behest of Gavigan, so it may well be interwoven with the Brotherhood's activities, or the London splinter of the Brotherhood.
Do you think the Black Rolls Royce might be a connection with Al Shakti?
Yeah, that was my immediate thought, that was who it was. There can't be that many. Can't be that many Black Rolls Royces in Cairo. So, I mean, we could go back to our journalist friend and ask him.
So what next? We're going to explore the temple near Babswela.
Yes, I think so. What's your feeling on it?
Well, I'm intrigued. I'm not sure what else I'm sure what other leads we really have.
Well, we could contact London.
An interesting diversion.
Yes, it may well just be an interesting diversion. But if it's all too interlinked to ignore, and it doesn't. If it's nothing, we've wasted an afternoon. If it's something, then we've made a very useful advance in an afternoon. I don't think there's a huge amount to be lost in indulging ourselves in this instance. Everything else, there's nothing time critical that we're working on. If we could find out, if we could contact London and find out if this Agatha Broadmoor is known, if she's got any background that might tell us why she's on the expedition, what is her expertise.
Who you think we're going to ask, Blake?
Well, I was immediately thinking of our contact at Scotland Yard. But if she is a charlatan of some description, then maybe Mr. Finch might have some knowledge of her, particularly given his increasing interest in the occult over the last months and years.
Yeah, agreed.
What's the time now?
It's about 9 o'clock.
So shall we head back to our own hotel? Or are we concerned that poor old Van Hooven's going to meet an untimely demise, having had dinner with us, and which probably has been observed?
Well, can we really protect him here anyway? We don't.
No, probably not. And also, there'll be nothing to be gained by killing him now, because anything useful he would have already told us over dinner. So they would have killed him prior to that. So I would say we head back to our hotel and get an early night, and
I agree, and prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think also, Jacob, good night's rest. Maybe help with your wound.
It's been a rather hectic day, if I can put it that way.
It has.
Okay.
But productive nonetheless.
I think I need to sleep off some of this alcohol. Trying to keep up with the Dutchman is a challenge.
Right, so you're going to head back in the car to the hotel. Okay. And what's your plan from there? Get a night's sleep.
Good night's sleep. In the morning, get
What's
together.
About London?
Wanted to get in touch with. I'm going to have to try and remember his name now.
Harrington.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yeah.
So what are you going to? You going to send him a telegram, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll send him a telegram.
Okay. And what are you going to ask?
Psychic name Agatha Broadmoor. Any criminal record
with any useful background.
Yeah, or unusual background.
Okay.
Connected to the Penhew Foundation and Clive Expedition.
And you're going to hope that your friend in the Secret Service has actually spoken to Barrington.
Yes.
in the interim period, because it'll be a bit random otherwise if he gets his telegram from. He's only ever met you once.
Yep.
and you're also the prime suspect of one of his investigations.
Yep.
Okay, it's a risk, but I like it.
Well, our Secret Service friends, hopefully we spooked him sufficiently that he was going to do something about it.
So, psychic name Agatha or any criminal record or unusual activity, or did you say or connection to the what?
Connections to Penhew Foundation.
Okay.
And send something similar to Mr. Finch.
Okay. Well, so asking about the Penhew Foundation as well, or just omitting that?
Yeah, no, the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I think while Douglas is busy tomorrow, we have a few hours to kill. Maybe a little light reading. Howard.
Yeah, you'll be able to finish that book that you're reading at the moment if you do that. Okay.
I don't remember which one that was. I'll have a look through my notes.
And in the evening as well, I'm going to update my notes because I have another. I'm keeping my records of where we're at, and we'll send an update by mail to omitting the more genuinely cultist events to Erica Carlisle with an unredacted version to go to Mr. Finch as well.
So more notes to say what the notes to Erica. What do you? What sort of stuff?
It's basically if I can tell her what's going on and how our position is, our investigations are proceeding, but without telling her that everything cult related is real. So it's fine that there are cults and that there have been deaths and we're following leads, but when it comes to the fact that the cults actually, they might believe in it, that's what I'm going to tell her, but I'm not going to tell her that what they believe in is real.
Okay, so we tell them all you want. Everything is about the cult's history, but you just don't give them give her any mythos stuff.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas I will share the mythos.
Cults, yes. Magic, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better summarised than I did it. But Mr. Finch gets the unabridged version.
Full version.
He can handle the truth.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Right. Okay, so that's lots of good stuff. So the next day, you're gonna sleep this evening, and then your plan is to get up in the morning and then head straight back to the to the Mina, or are you going to do anything else in the morning? Because bearing in mind you don't have to be there till 3. You got quite a bit of time in the morning to
just reading and writing and posting and
recuperating.
Yeah.
Okay. Righty-ho. Right. Okay. It's a good place to stop. It's also a good place for you guys to be able to review your notes to see whether you might have missed any leads for next session.
So basically, you've missed some leads for next session.
And set as homework. Okay.
We'll pick it up next week. No,